Rediscover your past by digitizing your family's memories with LEGACYBOX. Watch until the end of this video to find out more about preserving your legacy, and then visit legacybox.com/recollection. In 1961, America stood at the beginning of a remarkable decade. New technologies, historic achievements, political tensions, and unforgettable moments shaped everyday life. 184 million Americans witnessed these milestones, and they were certain to leave a lasting impact for decades to come. This is the year 1961. The year opened on January 3rd, when President Eisenhower severed diplomatic relations with Cuba, closing the U.S. Embassy in Havana, and any hope of a relationship with Fidel Castro's communist government would continue to deteriorate. On January 20th, John F. Kennedy was sworn in as the 35th President of the United States. During the ceremony, legendary poet Robert Frost recited his poem, The Gift, outright, helping make the inauguration one of the most memorable in American history. Only 4 days later, on January 24th, disaster was narrowly avoided when a B-52 bomber carrying 2 hydrogen bombs broke apart over Goldsboro, North Carolina. Although both nuclear weapons fell from the aircraft, neither of them detonated, preventing what could have been one of the worst nuclear accidents in history. On February 15th, a plane with the entire United States figure skating team on board crashed near Brussels, Belgium. All 73 people aboard, including 34 American skaters, coaches, officials, and family members, were killed. March 1st marked the creation of one of President Kennedy's signature programs when he established the Peace Corps. The program would send American volunteers around the world to assist with education, healthcare, agriculture, and community development. On March 29th, the 23rd Amendment was ratified, giving residents of Washington, D.C. the right to vote in presidential elections for the first time. Cold War tensions escalated on April 17th with the failed Bay of Pigs invasion. CIA-trained Cuban exiles attempted to overthrow Castro's government. The disastrous operation ended in defeat and became a major embarrassment for the Kennedy administration. The civil rights movement entered a new chapter on May 4th, when the first Freedom Riders boarded interstate buses bound for the Deep South to challenge segregation. They would endure brutal attacks and arrests, but their courage would bring national attention to racial injustice. The very next day, on May 5th, astronaut Alan Shepard became the first American in space, piloting the Freedom 7 capsule on a 15-minute suborbital flight that restored confidence in America's space program. Violence erupted on May 20th when a white mob attacked Freedom Riders in Montgomery, Alabama. The following day, Governor John Patterson declared martial law as thousands of federal troops and National Guardsmen restored order. On May 25th, President Kennedy challenged the nation to achieve what many thought impossible, landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to Earth. He said, "We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard." On June 23rd, international cooperation led to the Antarctic Treaty officially taking effect. Antarctica would be used for peaceful scientific research, and all military activity on the continent was banned. America lost one of its literary giants on July 2nd, when Nobel Prize-winning author Ernest Hemingway died at his home in Ketchum, Idaho, from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Air travel got even better on July 19th, when TWA introduced the first in-flight movie, keeping passengers entertained during long flights. With Cold War tensions mounting, President Kennedy addressed the nation on July 25th, urging Americans to prepare for the possibility of nuclear war by supporting the construction of fallout shelters across the country. A new kind of family fun arrived on August 1st, when Six Flags Over Texas opened in Arlington, Texas. The innovative park introduced big attractions and an all-inclusive admission model that would inspire amusement parks for decades. Less than 2 weeks later, on August 13th, East Germany began constructing the Berlin Wall, dividing East and West Berlin with barbed wire and concrete. The wall quickly became one of the defining symbols of the Cold War. Music history was made on August 21st, when Patsy Cline recorded Crazy, a song written by a struggling songwriter named Willie Nelson. It would become one of the greatest country recordings ever made. Baseball fans witnessed history on October 1st, as Roger Maris hit his 61st home run, breaking Babe Ruth's single-season home run record. Television audiences welcomed a future classic on October 3rd, when The Dick Van Dyke Show, starring Dick Van Dyke and Mary Tyler Moore, premiered on CBS. Moviegoers flocked to theaters on October 5th for the premiere of Breakfast at Tiffany's, starring Audrey Hepburn. Her performance, an iconic black dress, became an instant part of American pop culture. Another Hollywood classic premiered on October 18th, when the film West Side Story premiered. The musical film would go on to win 10 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. On November 11th, author Joseph Heller published his book Catch-22, introducing a new phrase that would permanently enter the English language to describe impossible, no-win situations. Sports history was made on December 6th, when Ernie Davis of Syracuse University became the first African American to win the Heisman Trophy, college football's highest individual honor. Closing out the year on December 31st, a young California band played under a new name for the very first time, the Beach Boys. Few could have imagined they were witnessing the beginning of one of America's most influential bands. Recollection Road and LEGACYBOX both believe it's important to preserve the past. If you're like me, there's a box of your family's treasured home movies and photos tucked away somewhere, and LEGACYBOX can help you preserve them digitally. The process is a simple and safe solution for converting your home movies and photos to thumb drive or to the cloud. Just send in your LEGACYBOX filled with old VHS and camcorder tapes, film reels, and pictures, and get back digital copies that can be easily enjoyed, shared, and kept organized. It's that easy. LEGACYBOX is trusted by over 1 million people, and it's all done right here in the USA. Get started preserving your past today. Go to LEGACYBOX.com/recollection to get an incredible 55% off. Buy today to take advantage of this exclusive offer and send in your memories when you're ready. Go to LEGACYBOX.com/recollection to save 55% while supplies last. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and make sure to check the description of this video for links to pick up a t-shirt. Thank you to our loyal Patreon supporters listed here. Visit patreon.com/recollectionroad to join the club.